Alright everyone, welcome back to the TheCombustionGamer YouTube channel, and today we're doing something that we forgot to do, or actually just didn't end up doing, and that's checking out the World of Outlaws dirt racing games. Let's go ahead and watch the trailer put out by Monster Games and iRacing. Let's see what this game has to offer here.
World of Outlaws Dirt Racing is available now. Download your copy today.
Alright guys, let's look at some of the key features of the game, because honestly it's like somehow this, at least for me anyway, somehow was sleeping in the background. I just never really saw what was going on. So let's take a look here. We got ourselves 40 plus tracks to compete on. Let's race some of your favorite tracks around the country, as well as a variety of fantasy tracks inspired by real life venues. This list doesn't cover everything that's in the game, just what we've announced so far. So obviously they have DLC, and we'll actually take a look at what they have with the DLC, and as well as like price of the game and stuff like that today. So what we got is we have Eldora, we got the Volusia Speedway Park, so that's cool. Little home track here in Florida. Knoxville, we got the Williams Groove, Cedar Lake, Port Royal Speedway, Texas Motor Speedway, the dirt track there, dirt track at Charlotte, Bristol Motor Speedway, the dirt track Las Vegas, Federated Motorport, that's I-55, previously Montana. Okay, that's interesting. So Lucas Oil Speedway, that is not here yet, so you can see that. That's kind of going to be a DLC here at some point. We got the Limaland, that's interesting. Desert Rock, Diamond Grove. A lot of these tracks are Durango Park. A lot of these are inspired by real world venues, of course. A lot of these are some very fun tracks to race, actually. But yeah, a lot of cool tracks there. And then we got Sterling. That one looks like that is currently not available as well. So they're adding some tracks as they go, so that's kind of interesting to see. And then switching over to what is in the game, we have the 410 sprint car, so the top level of sprint car competition used by the stars of World of Outlaw, the NOS Energy Sprint Cup car series. We also got the 3060 sprint, is an effective bridge between 305 and 410, offering a intermediate step with added speed and power. Then of course we have the 305 sprint. It may be the lowest powered of the bunch, but the 305 is no slouch, with over 450 horsepower at your disposal. It's also a great learning tool, so that got 3 different sprint cars to be able to work on and try, so that's kind of cool. One thing that I haven't seen, asphalt sprint cars. I'm not sure if they do that anymore, but I know they used to do asphalt sprint car racing at New Smyrna Speedway, so I'm not sure if they do that anymore. We got the WOO, or WOO, I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. I think it's the WOO late model car with 438 cubic inches of displacement, 850 horsepower. The SOM is what World of Outlaws case construction late model racers drive. So that car right there. Then we also got the Pro late model, though they may have slightly less power than their super cousins. Pro late models offer no shortage of power or excitement. Those things are fun to drive from, I believe, SRX has those, the Pro Late models. I think that's what those are. Street stocks, those things were fun to drive in Tony Stewart's All-American Racing. The Dirt Car UMP Modified. Cars are specifically built for dirt oval racing, featuring 750 horsepower. Sweet. Open wheel in the front, stock car in the back. Interesting. And then we got the Dirt Car Big Block Modified. So this one, I don't remember what game this car is in. It's either, I don't think it was the sprint car racing. I think it was either Tony Stewart's All-American Racing, or it was SRX is what this car's in. But that one's a DLC that will be coming. So that's interesting to note here. So let's take a look at what we do have in the DLC so far, and that is this right here. So let's take a look.
DLC pack also features the Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55 and will be available for digital purchase on the PlayStation and Xbox stores this month.
Alright, so that's interesting. So one track added and one car that also gets included into career modes. So we got the UMP Modified and Federated Auto Parts Raceway available now in the latest DLC. So you had the digital gold edition of the game, or you had the standard copy with the season pass where you get that for free, obviously, and then $14.99 for the base game. So my question is, how much does this game actually cost? We'll have to look at that here in just a second. But we got championship seasons. You can make half the length of the season, a third of the seasons, etc. The season option, you can even run up to 8 different seasons simultaneously. Interesting. I'm not sure what that necessarily means. Is that like all the different series, I guess? Huh, interesting. So that's as your favorite outlaw. You can also do multiplayer. That's available car and driver creators. So that's about the same as we've seen from the SRX game all throughout. So I mean, they're sticking with a template that works. So it'll be interesting. They've constantly been upgrading the physics though with these games. That's something that they keep doing. So like with the Tony Stewart All-American Racing, that got updated. SRX, that got updated. So it'll be interesting to see what they actually did with this. I haven't heard a whole lot of stuff about this game, so that's kind of interesting. So let's take a look. We'll go to the GameStop. We'll see what the Xbox is running for here. Alright, so for a new one, I'm not sure if this is a disc or just a downloadable code, but it's running for $50 there on the Xbox. Alright, so just taking a look at some different things. So basically you're paying $50 for the base game, and then you're also going to be paying about $29.99 for the season pass. So not sure what all that is going to include, or you're going to be paying $14.99 per DLC that comes out is what's happening. So is this game worth that? Well, I do have to say, for the licensed tracks, that's a lot of interesting licensed tracks that are in there. So obviously like Volusia Speedway Park, that's kind of cool to me, but they're definitely working on, and you got also Bristol, you got Texas, you got a lot of these tracks in game, which we haven't had. Like in the SRX game, you didn't get those, so that makes this a kind of a best of both worlds almost for the dirt racing aspect of it anyway. So I'm not sure if it's worth $50 though. Just based that's based off of my current experience with how far things are customizable. I mean, it's definitely gotten better. I'd almost kind of look more at the 45, but that's just kind of nitpicky at the moment. That's just kind of my nitpick. But overall, I mean, the graphics look really good. Just looking at them here, the background, the car themselves look like they have really good focus. I mean, back here, this looks like really good. And it looked pretty good on video as well. So what it actually plays like, I don't know. Don't have the game. If the price comes down and I see a good deal on it, might try it out, but we'll have to see. But just looking at it, I mean, it looks pretty decent. So would I recommend buying it? Not totally sure, but that's definitely a lot of features, plus more cars and stuff that are going to be coming out in the future that should be pretty cool for a lot of people. So I don't know. If you guys think it's worth it, I definitely suggest that you let me know. Let me know what you think it's worth. $50, a little bit high, just for my taste, but I don't know. It looks pretty cool. I don't have anything bad to say about it. So the only way to be able to know for sure is to get it, and not going to be totally getting it for a while. But it looks pretty cool. So, alright guys, let me know what you guys think of the game down in the comments. Let me know if you think what it's worth, etc., etc. And we'll see you guys here next time. Bye-bye.